Hello everyone, my name is Jerry and today I'm going to build a Star Trek prop. Right, so the Star Trek prop I chose to build is this. See, she's up on the top camera. There you go, that's better. The OG Star Trek phaser. Now I know it goes in two parts. I know this part comes off for the other kind of smaller phaser. I have an idea for it. I was going to put a rod all the way through it, but the rod doesn't sit straight because of this. I might try and bend it a little bit, or I have, in the last video, the top 10 video, I found this foam. It's, where is she? Let's have a look while we're here. It's like 45 millimeters. Yeah, 45 millimeter wide, like so. I don't know if that's how big the actual thing is or how thick it is, but I'm going to go with the flow. I'm going to cut, instead of putting a rod straight through it, this foam is fairly thick, it should stay solid. You know, I won't need something because it will bend. I'm just going to use a bit of this for the nozzle at the front, and I'll put it maybe halfway through and just drill it in, and then I'm going to shave down the top so it's a little wee point. You also have dowels for the front. I'm going to use like 10 mil maybe for that bit. My scraps again because no foam left. Then I have little dials and stuff. Good plan, it should be easy enough. I could put lights in the front of it, and I was thinking about it, but I'm in the process of moving house at the moment and I can't find my LEDs or the little battery compartments, so no lights, but you know, I might try and do it as an upgrade or something like that. Right, so first things first is, so right now I'm thinking in my brain the way to do it without explaining it to the camera. So what I'm doing is I'm cutting out the main body of it, okay? And then I'm going to do the different sections and then glue them on. There's also, see that is a little bit bigger, that bit. It's a little bit wider, tiny bit wider. I suppose I could build it separately and glue it on. I had plans to originally build it separately and take it off, put magnets on it or something like that. So I could still do that, like. Let me see. Another two different parts. I'm just adding extra work on for myself, aren't I? Oh look, I'll go with the flow. I'll do what I'd originally planned. Right, so let me get the stupid marker out of the way. You also have a bit of my reference material here. I just have two different kind of angles of it. It's grey foam, this. I don't even know. I think I got it packaged with something. But you know where I got it from? When I bought me Street Fighter arcade thing, the 1-up arcade thing. It was in the box. Might as well use it. And with foam this thick, try not to cut it in one go. Because try and cut it in one go, you just won't get it. And it'll be all over the shop. So just try and cut it like different strokes, like, and then try and keep the blade straight up instead of all over the shop. Right, let's get the ball on. Ball on the road, show on the ball, show, I don't bloody know, something. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out this wee bit here, and I might tape it back on afterwards, a ballpark of where I need to draw stuff. I'm going to try the Sharpie because the other shite doesn't seem to be working. When the Sharpie draws on it, I just can't bloody see the thing. And then same again the other side. I don't know whether you can see that, but I got it pretty exact on this side. You can see it there maybe. But then on the other side, because I don't have anything straight to cut it out, it's all wonky and wobbly. And my best bet is, I'm going to try and shave off a bit more of it, but my best bet then is to go out with the Dremel. Probably batteries are charged now. Still contemplating whether I should cut that bit out and then glue it back in, because it is a little bit wider. Oh, you know what I could do now that I think about it? Because it's a little bit wider at the top, I could glue on like maybe a bit of 5mm and then curve it over to give it that kind of bit of definition. That's if I had like a scroll saw or even a bandsaw, I could cut that out perfectly and then Dremel this all up like our rotary tool, kind of clean all this up with the rotary tool, and then do the same thing with that, and then have that little bit of definition where this is wider than that and this is there. But I don't, and I know if I cut it out with like a blade, it's going to be off center and wonky and it won't look right. So what I want to do is just leave it in there. So what I can do is I'll just Dremel up the edges a little bit on it, and I'll leave the most of it clear, and then I'll get a bit of 5mm maybe, and I'll just glue a bit of 5mm over it to give it that little bit of extra definition. I'm back and I've sanded it down mostly the way I want. I went a bit too far on one side, but the shape is kind of there, if you know what I mean. I'm happy with it. I'm not sure what to do next though. My brain's all frazzled. So what I'm going to do is with this small bit of 5mm is cut out 2 pieces of this. I'm going to glue it on, maybe just do it with super glue, on each side of it, just to give the definition of the thing, and then that's that part done. And then I'll glue, keep thinking it's upside down, that on there, and then I might glue another bit of 5mm over the top, and then just Dremel it all down to make it look like it's a bit more thick, bit more of a bigger definition, so to speak. So let's do that. You know when you you think, oh yeah, this would be great, and oh, I have a brilliant idea how to do this, and then when you start you're like, what was I supposed to do? I can't really remember. Seen someone make this a long time ago on, I think it was DIY Prop Shop or something, one of them, and the girl made it out of wood, but it looked like the detail was pretty good, but it looked too hard to make, solid wood. Like, I thought it was just handy, you know what I mean? It really is handy to just work with. Like, now this is going to be hard to try and Dremel without wrecking what I've already done, because it's stuck on now, but I'm committed. Actually, I think what I'll do for this bit is put a bit of contact cement on it, because it'll stick it down better. Again, as I said in the top 10, you should be wearing a vapor mask for this, but again, I'm not. It's solely because I can't smell stuff. Knowing that it's toxic, I still should be wearing it. I think maybe when I move into the new house, I'll have a bigger spot to film, and it's a bit more ventilated, but I'll have to start doing it from then on, like kind of turn over a new leaf kind of thing, and just actually do it. And I'm using the low density for this because we don't have enough of the high density. I always thought that maybe Polyprops would see how cool I am and send me a load of free foam. I didn't have them. Maybe some stage. Now, I'm going to let that settle. Again, I don't want to start Dremel and stuff when the glue could come apart. I'm not happy with that. You know what? I'll just do what I've seen Odin do before, and just glue in a bit. My problem with the handle is this is very floppy. I want a bit of, let me see, could I use this actually? If I put in, it's still too thick, but you know what, I think I have a bit of 10mm, good 10mm somewhere. Two layers of 10mm might work fine. Perfect, I found some good stuff. Right, so crappy foam, see you later. Don't get me wrong, there ain't nothing really wrong with that with our foam, but as I said, it's very squishy, and it doesn't really hold up for the likes of that. Like, hopefully in the new studio, whenever I get it set up, I will have way more space. Way more space means more than this. It's the only bloody thing. But look, we'll do our job. I'll have basically a little garage to myself. not a massive garage, it's not as big as some of the garages that I've been in. Right, well that's drying. I'm going to look for me dowel. I bet you that's, I just found a bit of a dowel, right? Is that thick enough? Mm. Is that thick enough? It isn't all. It's not very 90 degree, we might have to change that or fix that. I want to try and put as much detail as I can into this thing, because why not, I suppose. Now, I'm learning as I go. I made, here, let me show it to you while I'm here. So I made this a long time ago. Actually very happy with it, but it's not very detailed. There's not a lot of detail in it, and what I want to do is try and get more detail into this thing. Then I'll have a Klingon disruptor and an OG Star Trek blaster. You know what I probably should have done, I was thinking about it here, because of Strange New Worlds is out. I should have done a Strange New Worlds blaster, just to coincide with that, try and get a few more views. And that is a little bit wobbly, but nowhere near compared to the other one. That needs to be rounded off as well. I realise I'm getting ahead of myself and I'm doing things arseways, but that's how I roll. I do things weird and backwards, and I'm trying to make parts as I go along. And I'll probably cut this a little bit better towards the end of it. Did I put that on right? Because look, the way I'm looking at it is, I don't know whether you can see that on the top camera, the middle bit there is fine. I have to add on two little kind of more discs at the end, smaller ones. Actually that one's kind of the same size, isn't it? I need to get another bit of 10mm from somewhere. It needs to be balanced when I'm cutting it. Brain's all over the shop, I'm not even explaining stuff to the camera. Oh, what size was that set at? Let me see. Is that perfect? Is it perfect? I don't even have to change it, it's perfect. I'm going to need to cut here. Ooh. Another one of them. I shouldn't have cut it out in the middle. Perfect. Perfect. That's a shit one. There's the good one. And then we need to do one of 5mm. Here's my bit. Now I know there's a little knurled bit on the outside. That goes on there. That will go on there. And this will go on the back. And then I need to drill a hole through the whole lot of it. For my nubby bit. For the knurled bits I could just put little lines on it and then heat it up, which I might do. Or you could use like that might work. I have a great idea actually. It's not often I get brainwaves. So the plan, you see, look at that. It's about right. It's just the lid off an orange juice thing. If I cut like the little circular bit out here, I might be able to just slide it on. See, it's too big. So what I'll have to do is cut it and then glue it back together. You know what, while I'm here, I do not see a problem with trying to have a go at this. Fingers crossed this works, because if it doesn't, I'm out of dowels. I don't know where my other dowels are. Put a bit more glue in there and just tape it shut for now, because I need to move on to other stuff and I don't want the bleed to be holding things, holding glue forever. Not that there's not a million bits of different types of glue on my fingers already. Right, now those two bits. I need to do a bit of dremeling. There. So what I need to do is I need to cut a bit of this off. Say probably about there. And then I need to get me drill and I need to drill a hole into this, and then that needs to get glued onto that. Nearly there. You know what I mean? Nearly there. Right, I'm going to pause. I'm going to go off and do more dremeling. I'm going to take a few bits with me to Dremel. Right, back from more sanding. I kind of just gave this a little bit of a round over. So you can see it there, yeah, round it over a bit. That's going to go on there. But I need to get these bits on. So what is it? The front bit? Yeah, front bit. So I'm going to glue this bit on here now. Try and fix that in a bit. Damn it. And of course I get super glue on my fingers while I'm doing it. Happy days. Never had problem with super gluing plastic to foam before. It doesn't seem to want to stick. Got a load of super glue in it. Like I'm committed now. I kind of have to do it. If I don't, then I've no Dremel dowels left. Well, I suppose I could make some dowels up by a couple of layers and stuff of the good foam, but I'm committed to this, so we'll see. What I'm going to try and do is cut out another circle, but then I'm going to try and reduce the size of this to the smallest I can get. So that's not going to go any smaller, is it? Oh wait. I have a smaller yoke, don't I? Aha! That worked out great. See? Then I'm going to glue that on there. Maybe I'll glue on that side. Yeah. And then I can put my thing in the middle. You know what, it's going quicker than I thought it was going to take me a couple of maybe different sessions, because I can only really work 1 or twice a week, like once or twice a week. So I thought it was going to take me much longer, but it's not. This bit and the little knob at the top is what I'm going to do next. So I need this again. Well, do you know what? And that will go there, but there's a little bit of a flared bit on it. Oh, Jesus, I have an idea on how to do that as well. Give me 5mm. I need a ruler. So much shit on this table. I'm going to show a shot of the overhead camera. And you're going to see how messy my bloody table is. So I just have this little angled bit, and I'm going to try and just glue it around, and then it should give me that angled bit at the bottom, and I can just glue it on. It's just a little wee bit of angled 5mm. Just trying to think to myself here. There's a little kind of dial at the back of it with numbers on it, and it's white. I might just do that out of white phone and glue it on afterwards. But it'll save me trying to paint a little bit of white, like. I'm just putting little lines on it here, that when I put the heat gun on it, I'll bring those lines out like little knurled bits on it. That will go on. It's a little bit bigger than it should be, but I like the detail on it. So this bit can go on already because it's just black, but I'm going to put the little white bit on afterwards because I want it to stay white. I don't fancy painting black and then trying to put white back on top of it. It'd be too awkward. That's that done. Knob at the back is done. I'm going to see it, check. I have broken LEDs here somewhere. They're going to go on the sides. I was going to put them in right now, but again I'm going to paint, so I'm not going to put them in just yet. You know what? I'm absolutely flying with this thing. When you start making things that you like, that you really like doing, you will fly through it. And I'm happy. I'm trying to, so usually when I fly through stuff, make mistakes, and I don't want to make any mistakes. So I'm flying through it, but I'm also trying to take my time, which is like an alien experience to me. I'm just going to put this on in marker, and then hopefully when I clear coat it, it won't run. Tidy up again, tidy up, tidy up, tidy up, tidy up. The markers so they don't get wrecked. Then I could do a thing of maybe put a rod in it to make it a bit more secure, but I think if I just glue it on, it's only going to be a display piece mostly, so I think we'll just glue it on like that. So that goes on there. That on the back. Strips. Strips. So I need to cut off some strips. Right, happy days, happy days. Okay, after I do the straps, I'm going to do the nubby bit, and then that's basically it done. Geez, I can't believe I did that in 2 hours, 2.5 hours. Getting better at what I do. I was putting this off for a long time doing this because I thought it would be too detailed and it'd take too long. Little did I know. Lashed through it. A couple of the lads I met at Comic-Con, they're from the Cuchulainn Star Trek thing. It's like a group of Star Trek lads who like Star Trek, and they have their own bridge and all at Comic-Con. They put a lot of effort in. They're bleeding deadly. It's their own ship kind of thing, you know, the USS Cuchulainn. And a couple of lads I met that watched these videos. So if you are watching again, lads, can't remember your names, I'm so sorry. I remember Dave, but if the rest of the other 2 lads are watching, this is for you. So what I'm doing with this bit is I'm just going to score the lines in lightly, and then when I heat seal it at the end, the heat gun will open the lines and give that kind of little mesh effect there. And she's getting there. No, actually, you know what? It's basically done. I just need to get these strips on the back. They go from here. They go all the way around, don't they? Should be fun. And I might be able to fit in the 4 actually, now that I think about it. Yeah, let's see. Be a tight squeeze, but it'll look great. That's the thing. After that, that's it. I'm raging that I lost that nubby bit that I made. I know I keep saying nubby bit. Oh, is that it? No, that's not it. Right. Loads of it turned out great. Like when I heat seal the foam down here, I'll put it up on the top camera, give it a real kind of a smooth finish. That's good foam. Front I'm happy with, the little nubby at the top. As you can see there, that's the grill. So all I need to do is put on the 2 lights and the other bit. And that's it. Yeah, and then so I need to paint it first. On the way. The heat gun opened up the thing. Lovely. You know what I'm gonna do? I have an idea what I'm gonna do to fix it, and it'll work out better than that stupid bit. And then I'm just gonna score this, because that it didn't work. No harm, no foul. Like if something doesn't work like that, don't get this hand. You know, it annoys me, sure, but move on, try something different, and hopefully this will do the job. And a bit of 2mm foam that I've scored. I'm going to glue it around the edges. I'm going to use contact cement this time because there's too much super glue on that. And then it just won't glue right if I put super glue on it. So a little bit of contact cement. Right, I'm going to put the seam hopefully on the bottom of this. I tried to make the thing exactly the same width as the dowel. So it'll just kind of overlap it and it won't be too bad. Yeah, I think even this might be better, might work out better in the end. Oh no, I just realised something. So the heat gun melted the paint. So the top of it is gone all gunky. I'm going to try and take that out and put a different pin in. God damn it. Life's never easy, is it? Right, so I did a coat of the black hex flick stuff. Still haven't glued on my bits. I have a few bits here to glue on. But I want to get the paint done before I glue on the bits. So I need blue and silver. The light in this bleeding room is garbage as well. Of course, it doesn't help when you're half blind, like me. I'm going to try and let that dry a little bit. I'm going to put silver on the edge of one part, and then silver on this, silver there. I might try and do the silver now, and then when the silver's done, hopefully the other stuff will be dry. Right, and painting is done. So what I'm going to do now is, if I can find me stuff, yes, that'll do. I have a few extra bits here that I'm going to show you that I need to glue on. So I have my two LED lights that are not being used as LED lights. Technically they're broken. I have a little dial, and I coated the dial with a couple of coats of what you call that stuff? PVA glue. I've coated it with a couple of coats of PVA glue, and that's with the hope that over here, talking shy. With the hope that when I spray the clear coat on top of it, the clear coat won't smudge the markers that I have underneath it. So to get this onto the top, I need to score some lines into the paint, because it won't glue straight onto the paint, or if it does, it will just pull the paint off. Like so. I'm just going to score a few lines on it. I'll do a bit more silver somewhere, but she's all right. Now what I'm going to do is, right, I'm going to let the last bit of that paint and the glue settle. Then I'm going to spray with a clear coat, and then I'm going to get back to you. Yeah, we'll get back to you. Enterprise, Enterprise, come in, Enterprise.
Enterprise here. Go ahead.
Mission retrieve stolen phaser is a go. Please advise.
The captain has advised to make it quick.
I seem to have entered some sort of nerd's room. I don't see the stolen phaser anywhere. Gerry, Enterprise, stolen phaser found. 1 to beam up.
Stand by.
I'm going to have to go and pause it and go to the toilet. I'll edit that bit out. No one needs to know I'm going to the jacks. I made this, the Klingon disruptor, a long time ago. That was just me messing about, and I was actually really happy with it. Shut up, I'm not trying to ask for YouTube music. Bloody hell. I've seen... Shit! That was a good take and all.